Hello students, a very warm welcome to SRPU College, Hebri, Biology Theory classes. Hope you are in good health, okay? So today I am here to help you in understanding different concepts of biology, especially from the zoology topic. And if you ask me how much biology is important, right? Now in this moment of time, at this point of time, actually we are supposed to be face to face, but it is not possible. We are not in the classroom. The only reason is, a very tiny, a microscopic, what is that, virus, I guess in your dream also you are finding this or you are seeing this virus. What is that? Coronavirus, right? And from last around 75 days it seems, 75 more than that. Every day you are hearing about this virus and you will read different articles related to it. So in that they speak about different systems. Some say this virus entered to the body, it causes harm to this particular organ, that particular organ, right? And even nowadays the trend is such that a person who is not at all from biology background, say for example a person from commerce or some other stream, has also started speaking about the body organs. You might have seen many people who are speaking about, see, if the virus goes to the body, inside the alveoli, the lot of mucus will be start producing that accumulate. There is possibility of hemorrhage, there is possibility of cardiac arrest, this, that, lot of things are speaking. That means what I am trying to tell you here is, in simple word, in our day-to-day life, how much biology is important, right? Even though you are from a biology background or a science background or you are from some other stream, knowing the basics of this is very important. And I am 100% sure you have chosen this field means you are interested in biology, right? And your dream, your aim is what? Could be medical mainly. You have chosen it for going to a MBBS college to do your MBBS, and in the future you also want to be a warrior for such diseases. Your work, your effort is definitely appreciated by the society if you go to such fields like medical related field. For that, what is necessary? You should have a right platform, you should have a proper knowledge, and you have to crack few exams. If you want to go for medical, you have to crack NEET exam. You want to go some other biology related fields, like you want to go for study on plants, you may go for agriculture. You want to do some study on animals, you can choose the veterinary science. Many other paramedical science subjects are available. But for all these things, what is important? The biology or the PUC, the base is very important. That we are assuring you here, we are going to provide you a right platform. We will make your basics very strong, and thereby you can easily crack your NEET or other upcoming medical and other exams, entrance exams. So by these words, I hope you can understand how much biology is important. And if you are an aspirant of NEET, you know about the exam pattern, everything that we will discuss in the coming days. Lot of opportunities are there, especially if you pick biology as one of the subject along with physics, chemistry and maths. Okay, so that in the future you can go for biology stream. If you don't want, you can go to non-biology fields also. Now, let us begin directly with the subject. What is there in the first PU or 11th biology? What we are going to study here? And one thing is very clear, what you are going to be with us in SRPU, throughout you will every day find a new opportunity, every day will be a new learning opportunity for you, and it is the promise from biology department. Okay, and I am going to mainly handle the zoology related topics. In 11th biology, there are 5 units are there. A total 120-hour syllabus divided into 5 units. Each unit is again divided into chapters. Totally 22 chapters you are going to study in 11th. In that, 7 chapter belong to one particular unit, and the name of that unit is human physiology. A very interesting one. And one more thing is, of course, it is very important for board's exam. Okay, you will get maximum number of questions from this. Moreover, you will find highest number of questions for the NEET from this one, this unit, because under this 7 chapters are there. These chapters include the digestive system, respiratory system, circulatory system of the body, followed by excretory system, locomotory system, nervous system, endocrine system of the body. That is what we are discussing in this. Okay. Now, we will directly begin our discussion without wasting the time, and in the coming sessions, I will discuss with you the other importance of biology, opportunities in the biology, okay, how to study, what exactly you have to do, okay, that we will see. Now, let us move on to this unit. Hope you have heard about the term, what? Physiology. What is physiology? Psychology is different. Sociology is different. I am discussing about what? Physiology. Have you ever heard the term physiology? Leave that. Have you heard about anatomy? Yes. What is anatomy? Anatomy is a branch of medicine that deals on studying the structure of internal organs of the body. I repeat, it deals about studying the structure of internal organs of the body and also association between different organs. Very simple. You are taking my heart out of the body. You are chopping the heart. You are opening the heart. You are saying that my heart has how many chambers? 4 chambers are there. My heart is made up of a muscle. Which muscle? Cardiac muscle. There are vessels like you might have heard about aorta, also called systemic aorta, pulmonary artery, pulmonary vein. This is what called structure of an organ. You are taking the kidney out, you are opening the kidney and saying that inside the kidney there are 2 zones are there. One is cortex, another one is medulla. Inside the kidney, millions of functional units called what? Nephrons are present. It has parts like Bowman's capsule, Henle's loop. All these basic things you have studied in the 9th and 10th class, right? But we are studying the same thing here, but in detail, okay? And the branch of medicine that deals about the structure of internal organs of the body and even association between different organ. You studied the structure of heart. What do you mean by association of different organ? Say for example, right, when I started doing some physical activity, when I start running, what happens? My muscular activity increases. Metabolic rate, the rate of the reaction which occur in the muscles and all increases. Meanwhile, my brain will give the message to my heart that, come on my dear heart, increase your beat, because the supply of blood, supply of oxygen for these muscles is what? More. It requires more oxygen. Who gave the message? Brain gives the message. Suddenly you are walking on the street. Suddenly, you find something like a dog started running behind you. What you will do? Suddenly your heartbeat that time also increases. Why? That is not because of brain. That is because of some hormones released by a gland above the kidney. What is that? Adrenal gland. That is called adrenaline and noradrenaline. That means what anatomy deals here? Anatomy speaks about structure of internal organs of the body in detail, and even how different organs are associated with each other. That branch of medicine called anatomy. Then, what do you mean by physiology? Studying the function of internal organ of the body. Very simple. After studying the structure of my heart, you come to a conclusion that what is the job performed? What is the role of the heart in my body? You said my heart is involved in pumping the blood. My heart is involved in the production of hormones. Yes, it is true. My heart also produces what? Hormones. Heart regulates my blood pressure. This is a function of an internal organ. Studying the function of internal organ of the body is called what? Physiology. Even though in 11th it is given as human physiology, but keep in mind you can't study physiology alone. You need the help of what? Anatomy. In the 7 chapters what we are discussing under this heading, in every chapter first we will discuss anatomy, that means structure, followed by that in detail we study what? Function of these organs, nothing but physiology. Is that clear? Now, while studying anatomy and physiology, another branch is also very important. What is that? Histology. What is histology? Histos, kaitos, which means tissue. Studying the tissues of the body, right? That is called histology. Note down, what is histology? Study of tissues. When you study tissue, meanwhile, we even speak about what? Cytology. What is cytology? Kaitos refers to what? Cell. Studying the cells of the body. Is that clear? We are focusing on physiology. We need the help of anatomy. When you discuss the structure of the body, you need to have some idea about tissues of the body, that is histology. When you want to study about tissues, you need have to have some idea about cells of the body. That branch is called what? Cytology. Okay. Now, William Harvey is known as the founder of physiology. Okay. Founder of physiology. Long back, it is during 1856, that time. Okay. William Harvey requested the people in his village, he requested the people to hand over the dead bodies to him for the studies, for the medical studies. That time, okay, lot of religious beliefs and other things, what happened? The people directly rejected to give the dead bodies to him for his study. So that he convinced the people, if I study the dead body structure and all, we can try to identify many diseases, we can think about how to cure them, but still people rejected. What this man did, you know, he used to go with a lantern, scissor, knife, everything at midnight to the graveyard, smashana. Okay, midnight he alone used to walk to graveyard. He used to dig out that body, the dead body, he used to take out from the grave. He used to cut the body. He opened it. He studied that by this way for the first time. This is the man who explained to us circulatory system of the body, how heart functions, how blood flows in the body. It was first explained by William Harvey. That is the reason why he is known as founder of what? Human physiology. Okay. Now, let us begin with one by one chapter. The first chapter under this is digestion and absorption. Digestion and absorption. Followed by this, we are going to discuss respiration, excretion, circulation, locomotion, brain, nothing but the nervous system, and even we will discuss about endocrinology or the hormone systems of the body. When you are thorough with all these chapters, then the second PU, the 12th classes become very easy. Okay. Yeah. Now, here in this chapter, in simple, we are discussing about our what? Our nutrition. Definitely you have heard about it. Then tell me, according to you, what do you mean by nutrition? It is the sum total of all processes. Sum total of all processes by which an individual obtains substances that are necessary for growth of the body, repair of the tissues of the body, and even to meet the energy needs of the body is called nutrition. I repeat, what is nutrition? Write down: sum total of all processes, whatever it may be, sum total of all processes by which an individual obtains substances, obtain some substances. Which substance? We know that it is nothing but food. Sum total of processes by which an individual obtains substances which are necessary for growth of the body, repair of the tissues, and even to meet the needs of the energy needs of the body is called what? Nutrition. Okay. Now, then what do you mean by nutrients? When we speak about nutrition, we speak about what? Nutrients. What are nutrients? The biomolecules present in the what? What is that substance? Food. In simple to tell, what are nutrients? Biomolecules present in the food are called nutrients. These biomolecules which are present in the food, why they are necessary? I already told you, they are necessary for energy needs of the body, growth of the body, repairing of the tissues, reproduction, locomotion, responding to stimuli. For all these things we need what? Food. Nothing but nutrients, nothing but those biomolecules. What are those very important biomolecules present in our day-to-day food? They are mainly, you know that, one is, what is there? Carbohydrate. Then what else is there? Proteins are there in our diet. Lipids, commonly called fats, are there. What else? Even our diet has nucleic acid, vitamins, minerals, water, everything is there in our diet. Is that clear? Now, the next around 7 to 8 hours, what you are going to listen to me, okay? In this chapter, I am discussing about which one? Nutrition. How we will take up the nutrition, what is the importance of nutrition, how to get it, how to supply it, that we are going to discuss in this chapter. That's it, nothing else. Okay? Now, what are the stages of human nutrition? We have to discuss in brief what? The different stages of human nutrition. How we will get food? What are the stages involved in it? They include, the first stage is what? Ingestion. Followed by that it is digestion. Okay? Then it is absorption. Then assimilation. 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 And last, differentiation. Don't worry, you will understand all these concepts. Okay? Let us make it very simple. Before going to the meaning of these different stages, first we will see why we need digestion, or the, what is that, nutrition, how much it is important. Okay? If you go to a unicellular animal like amoeba, let me take the example of amoeba. Okay? Now amoeba is here, that means in the fresh water or somewhere. Okay? Now the food is near to it, assume that food is here. How this amoeba will intake that food? Do amoeba has a digestive system? Do it has mouth, intestine, stomach, etc., etc.? Yes or no? No. Why? Answer is very simple. I know. You know these things. Just try to recall why amoeba is not having the mouth, stomach, intestine. Answer is very simple. It is what kind of organism? Unicellular, right? It is a unicellular organism. When the food is near to it, what your friend amoeba will do? The amoeba will stretch its false legs. What these false legs called? Pseudopodia, and take that food inside, right? Take that food inside. Endocytosis. It will take the food inside. This is how amoeba will eat, right? That is very simple study. What about in humans? We human beings are unicellular or multicellular? Of course, we are multicellular. The body is very, very complex. If you look at my body, I have me and you both. We have on and around 32 trillion cells. Not million, not billion. How many? 32 trillion cells are there, right? The nutrition what we take, that nutrition is actually required for cells of the body. What food I am eating every day, that food is not required for my stomach. That is not required for my intestine. Who actually needs it? It is needed to who? The cells. I am asking the question, you are answering from there, right? You are looking into the screen, you are doing lot of activity, you are writing the notes. It is all what? It is all cellular activity. What I say, it is my activity nothing but each and everything. It may include vision, hearing, right? Almost all activities of the body are what? Cellular activity. So tell me, who should be energized? Cells should be energized. Cells need that substance to produce what? Energy. Now the question is, how to give the food substance to these cells of the body to generate the energy? Can I offer the samosa directly like this to my cells of the body? Why can't I do like this? Take my dear cell, take the samosa. Why it is not possible? Because we are very complex animals. We are multicellular animals, right? No? That is the reason why try to understand between the food and cells of the body, in between food and cells of the body, there is an intermediate. Who is that? That intermediate is digestive system. What is that intermediate is called? Digestive system. Okay. It helps in the communication with the what? Outside food and cells of the body. Because we are very complex animals. Assume this is the what? The body. Just assume that here. Okay. Now, here is the stomach. It is esophagus. Followed by that, here is your stomach. In short, I will draw like this. Small intestine, and even you will have which one? Large intestine. Now the concept is very simple. You have consumed the food rich with nutrients, different nutrients, you know. Now that food comes to from oral cavity, nothing but from mouth cavity. The food passes through your food pipe called, try to recall, what is that? Esophagus. From esophagus, the food comes to where? Stomach, right? In the stomach, the food undergoes what? Breaking down, or the food will be digested in the stomach, and maximum food digestion occur in your intestine, especially small intestine. If you have consumed rice, the rice has carbohydrate called starch. That starch, when it comes to your small intestine, the starch is broken down to very simple what? Glucose. If your food has larger protein, when this protein come to your small intestine, it is broken down to smaller amino acids. When you eat lipid, anyhow, the food that we consume, they are broken down inside our what? Cells. Okay? Sorry, inside our digestive system, especially in the intestine. Now think that the end products of digestion are ready here. What are they? It may be glucose, it may be amino acid. And you already told me that these food molecules are required for whom? Required for whom? Cells of the body, leg cell, hand cell, everywhere it is required to cells of the body. Now, how this glucose is supplied to cells of the body, whether your intestine will only walk everywhere and offer the food, take my dear cell the glucose? No. It is fixed to its position, right? No. So, what happens is, here the circulatory system comes into function. Which system? Circulatory system. Assume nothing but it has a blood vessel. Consider it as a blood vessel which is filled with a fluid called what? Blood. Right? The blood is the best transport system in my body which can circulate everywhere. From my head up to the tip of my toe, everywhere. The best transport system in my body is which one? Circulatory system. Clear? Now, what happens? Very simple. As intestine cannot go everywhere, the glucose present in my intestine, okay, it is added to my blood. Amino acid is added to my blood. Okay, the glucose, amino acid through blood, they reach my cell. From blood, the glucose goes to cell, amino acid goes to cell. I know that these are the basics, but it is very important to know this. If you understand this, you can clearly come to know why we are studying this chapter. Okay, now you may ask me, sir, why the food has to be broken down so smaller form? Why that samosa cannot be added to directly blood? Am I right? It is not possible. Blood vessels, you can see here, blood vessels are very smaller. Diameter is very small, right? If the directly a piece of samosa is added to, I am just taking samosa just to convince you. Don't write that in the exam, okay? If you add that food directly to the blood, tell me, do it can circulate everywhere? See, in the person body, when some cholesterol and all increases, they can block your blood vessel, right? Cholesterol can block. Then what may happen if you directly add a bigger food molecule to your blood? Definitely, it will block your circulatory system. That is the reason why that larger food is broken down to very simple form. How much simple? Which is absorbable. What does it means? Which is diffusible. Absorbable means diffusible, which can move from one area to another area. Is that clear? Now assume glucose, amino acids are ready in your intestine. That is required for cell. Who will help here? Circulatory system. Digestive system take the help of circulatory system, because we know that it is the best transport system in the body. Now the glucose is easily diffused to blood. Do it means your blood has glucose? Yes. That is the reason why when in a person the blood glucose level increases, the person gets a condition called what? Diabetes, right? What you call it as diabetes mellitus. In that there is one more, diabetes insipidus. Don't worry, you might have heard about, right, blood sugar. Some say, right, blood alli sugar jasti agide. That means, do you have sugar in your blood? Yes. Do I have? Every one of we have what? Sugar in the blood, glucose in the blood. What is the level? It is how much? It should be 80 to 120 mg per 100 ml of the blood. If the blood sugar level, when now you had a ice cream, say for example, okay, ice cream is rich with glucose. That ice cream from your intestine added to where? Blood, glucose level, what happened? Increase. Can I call you, as your glucose level increases in the blood, can I call you as a diabetic patient? No. It is not like that. What happens? That extra glucose will be changed to some other form. Okay? Sometime they are used by the cell. But in few members, what happens is, either due to the deficiency of a hormone called insulin, have you heard about it? Hormone called insulin, or due to some other reason, diabetes mellitus, blood sugar jasti agide, what you say, right? That is not just because of deficiency of insulin. Many other reasons are also there for that. Okay? Sometime in a patient or a person, if the blood sugar level increases more than 140 and all, then we can call that patient is suffering from what? Diabetes, high sugar patient. So we also have sugar, we also have amino acid in our blood, we even have fatty acid, we have glycerol in our blood, calcium is there in the blood. Now look at here, when this blood flows to all parts of your body, that glucose from the blood, amino acid from the blood is taken up by whom? Cells of the body. This is how it is distributed to whom? Cells. Now let us go with the what? The meaning of each stage in the nutrition. Okay? Each stages of nutrition. Tell me, what do you mean by ingestion? Injection is different. It is ingestion. What is ingestion? Process of intake of food or placing the food in the where? Oral cavity. Oral cavity, also called buccal cavity, that is called ingestion. Write down. What is the next step? Once food is ingested, placed in your digestive system, nothing but mouth, that food passes through stomach and intestine. Now tell me the definition of digestion. What is digestion? The process of breaking down of complex food. Breaking down of complex food into simpler, how much simple? Diffusible athawa absorbable form. One mark question. I repeat, the process of breaking down of complex food molecules into simpler absorbable form is called, what do you mean by absorbable? Diffusible form. Astu simple agi adu breakdown agbeku. That is called what? Digestion. After that, once digestion is over, what is the next step? Absorption. Look at here. What is absorption? The process of movement of end products of digestion. I repeat, process of digestive system to blood or lymph. One more vessel is present, that is called lymph vessel. From alimentary canal or the digestive system to blood or lymph is called absorption. What is the next one? Assimilation. The process of, see, this glucose is delivered to whom? Cell. Cell will use it. Process of utilization of end product of digestion by the cells. Utilization of end products of digestion by whom? Cells is called assimilation. And what is defecation? The process of elimination of undigested waste. Jeerna agade iruva waste through the last opening of the digestive system called anus is called what? Defecation. And there should be no ambiguity here. Defecation is different, excretion is different. That I will tell you later. Is that clear? Some part of the food that we consume will not be digested. Elimination of undigested waste through the last opening called anus is called defecation.